there, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today is day 19 of Craftmas. So what is behind the door? And we've got some stamps. Okay, so I don't know if you can just catch that there on the back of the door. So we've got happy birthday wishes, have a sweet day, you are adored, and warmest thanks. And here are the actual stamps themselves, so you can see them a bit better against that white background. Aren't they nice? A really nice font like that. So let's go and make ourselves a card. Okay, so I've sorted out some bits and pieces, and the first thing we're going to do is stamp our stamp. So we're going to use the happy birthday wishes, and I've got this cardstock here that is called Pale Papaya by Stampin' Up. So we're going to use that. And we're going to use the Peekaboo Peach ink. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in the middle because I do want to die cut around that. So just want to make sure it's nice and straight. Make sure we're on clear, which we are. Pop that down. And then we're going to get our Peekaboo Peach ink. Hopefully this will be strong enough. If it isn't, we'll have to get a slightly darker one, but this is the other colour that I'm using in the paper. So I was thinking if it did work, which it has, I am going to do another go though, just to make sure it's really nice and strong. It's very fine print, so there we go. So you've got that lovely orange, well, peach really, isn't it? It's peach on peach. Okay, so I've got my big shot. I've got these Spellbinders grommet tags, and I'm going to use this one here in the middle because it's kind of nice and long like the sentiment here. And then just pop that out. And there's our sentiment. That look nice? Okay, so I've got an A6 card here that I had pre-scored, so I just folded it, and then I added some of the Peekaboo Peach to the inside, again just to add a bit of interest to the inside. And then I took again some of the Peekaboo Peach and I embossed it using a Spellbinders Embossabilities folder called Infinity. It's a really old folder, so I suspect it's not available anymore, but you could pick anything. It doesn't matter what the background of the embossing is. For this card, it's just one I liked, so I picked it. Okay, so we're going to now stick that down. I'm going to use some wet glue. I'm going to put it onto the front of the card. I think that will be easier because I'm not exactly sure where the embossing is going to be, because I want to try and make sure it fits, so I've got to sort of wriggle it, so it's going to be easier to put it onto the front of the card than sort of glue the whole piece here. Okay, so we know that it fits side to side nicely, so I'm going to put that there and then that there. So that's that, and then I'm going to just take my scissors and cut around the edges. If I There we go. That pretty? So I think it would look nice. It's quite a curvy pattern. I feel like it would look nice with the corners chomped. So we're going to use my 1/2 inch corner chomper. I'm going to go through all of the corners in one go, because then you know they're all matching up. And that's the beauty of these corner chompers. They are really nice and strong. There we go. I think that looks really nice. On the sentiment, I've put some foam on the back, and I'm just going to peel the back off of that, and then I'm going to take this, which I didn't realise I had actually. I was looking for some peach ribbon, and then I found that I actually had Peekaboo Peach from Stampin' Up, so it's going to match beautifully on the front of our card. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how long I want these little ends to be, so I'm just going to leave those for a minute. So I've got my hot glue gun ready to go because there's a lot of dips and valleys, and we've got the ribbon as well, so I want to be sure that this stays stuck. So then we're just going to take our card and we're going to pop that down the right way up. Actually, just checking. Wouldn't be the first time. I like it about 2/3 of the way up, I think. Okay, so then I want to just teeny tiny bit of glue. Just to hold that down, and then I'm just going to tidy that up a bit because that's got a bit. There we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is put some little gems in. Do that slightly differently. So we've got 2 in those little, in the little gaps there, and then I'm going to put 1 in between on the raised bit there. There's a little gap there that should just sit in there like that. So that just gives 3 little gems that way. And then finally I want to just take some stickles. This is just crystal stickles. Add some glitter to this embossing. And then I'm just using my finger just to spread that out and soften it a bit where it's gone on those embossed areas. It'll just make sure it's not blobby. At the moment it looks a bit darker, but that will dry off. Just lightly going over any of the little bits that I didn't bother actually putting it on with the nozzle, just so that all the raised areas have got a little bit of shimmer on, and that will just emphasize that. Okay, so there it is, all dried. I thought I'd wait and let it dry before I showed you the finished card so you could really get to see it, because when I first put it on, that looked a lot darker where the glue was wet and it made the cardstock kind of darker, but now you can really sort of see the effect of that shimmer across the front of that embossing, and I think that looks really, really pretty. I just think it adds a little extra something. I think it looked nice without it, but I think just for me, I just wanted to add a bit extra to make that embossing really stand out. And then obviously we've got the complementary cardstock on the inside. So that is our card making use of the stamp set that was in our calendar for today. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you like the finished card. If you have, as I keep saying, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.